In the early years of the 2000s, when Kasimba was still growing faster than its people could understand, there was a woman everyone avoided. She had no real name anymore. People called her Mama Nuru. Some said it with mockery. Some said it with fear. Most said it with disgust. She's mad. Don't go near her. She wasn't always like this, you know. Mama Nuru walked barefoot through the dusty outskirts of the city, her clothes hanging loosely on her thin frame. Her hair was always tangled, her eyes often distant, as if she were looking at a world no one else could see. She talked to herself constantly, sometimes whispering, sometimes arguing, sometimes laughing at jokes only she understood. Children threw stones at her. Shop owners chased her away. Drivers cursed when she crossed the road too slowly. To Kasimba, she was just another broken soul swallowed by the city. But no one asked how she became this way. No one asked who she was before. Before the streets. Before the madness. Before the silence that wrapped around her like a second skin. Long before people knew her as Mama Nuru, she was simply Nuru, a bright young woman with sharp eyes and a sharper mind. She once sat in lecture halls, raised her hand confidently, solved problems others feared. Numbers made sense to her. Equations felt like conversations. Mathematics was her language. Then life happened. Abuse that never stopped. Betrayal by people she trusted. The sudden death of her parents within the same year. Pain piled on pain until her mind could no longer carry it. And when her mind finally broke, the world walked away. By the time Kasimba noticed her again, Nuru was already lost. Or so they thought. Every afternoon, when the sun softened and the city slowed just a little, Mama Nuru walked to the same place, behind Royal Heights Academy, one of the most respected private schools in the city. She always stopped beneath an old flame tree. Its roots pushed through cracked concrete. Its red flowers fell like fire onto the ground. And beneath it, Mama Nuru would kneel. With her fingers or a broken stick, she wrote symbols in the dust. Numbers. Fractions. Equations. She spoke out loud as she wrote, correcting imaginary mistakes, nodding to invisible students. No, look again, she would say softly. You don't divide like that. Teachers saw her from the windows and shook their heads. Mad woman again. Security, chase her away. Guards dragged her out more times than anyone could count. Children laughed and copied the way she talked. Some filmed her on their phones. Still, the next day she returned. Same tree, same dust, same quiet determination. No one knew that the woman they chased away was solving problems meant for classrooms far beyond Kasimba. No one knew until a girl noticed. Her name was Eliana. Eliana arrived at Royal Heights every morning in a black SUV, her uniform crisp, her shoes polished. Her father was a powerful industrialist, respected, feared, and very rich. Everything around Eliana was expensive. Everything, except her confidence. Despite the tutors, the private lessons, the best teacher's money could buy, Eliana struggled. She read slowly. Math confused her. In class, she stayed quiet, afraid of getting answers wrong. Other children whispered, "Daddy's money is the only reason she's here." She's not smart. Eliana heard it all. One afternoon during lunch, instead of joining the other students, Eliana wandered toward the back of the school. That was when she heard a voice. Soft. Calm. Focused. Now look carefully, the voice said. If you divide the whole into 4 equal parts. Eliana stopped. Under the flame tree was the mad woman everyone warned her about, kneeling, writing numbers in the dirt. Eliana should have walked away, but something held her there. She watched as Mama Nuru explained fractions to no one at all, her fingers moving confidently, her voice steady. There was no madness in that moment. Only clarity. Eliana stepped closer. "Excuse me," she whispered. Mama Nuru looked up, startled. For a moment, the madness flickered in her eyes. Then something else appeared. Recognition. Focus. "Yes," she asked. Eliana swallowed. I don't understand this topic." Mama Nuru looked at her, then at the textbook Eliana held tightly to her chest. "Sit," she said simply. Right there, under the flame tree, a secret began. Mama Nuru explained slowly,
Gently.
simply. And for the first time the numbers made sense. Eliana's eyes widened. Oh, I get it. Mama Nuru smiled. That smile, quiet, small, almost forgotten, was the first crack in a wall that had stood for years. Day after day, Eliana returned. Lunchtime lessons. Whispered explanations. Dusty equations that changed everything. Eliana's grades rose. Her confidence followed. Teachers were shocked. What changed, they asked. Eliana said nothing. But secrets never stay hidden forever. And when Eliana's father finally discovered who was responsible for his daughter's transformation, he came not with curiosity, but with anger. And that was when everything truly began. When the world finally looked closer. Secrets have a way of breathing. They grow heavier with time, louder with success, harder to hide. And Eliana's secret was becoming impossible to ignore. Her teachers noticed first. The girl who once avoided eye contact now raised her hand. The child who failed quizzes now explained answers to others. The quiet one had found her voice. During an assembly, the principal even praised her improvement. Applause filled the hall. Eliana smiled politely, but inside, her heart raced. Because she knew, if her father found out the truth, everything could end. Chief Morrow Kendi was not a man used to surprises. He ran factories, owned land, controlled deals that shaped Kasimba's economy. When he spoke, people listened. When he frowned, people trembled. And he did not believe in coincidence. So when his daughter's performance changed overnight, he came to the school unannounced. Black cars rolled through the gates. Security stiffened. Teachers adjusted their collars. Eliana saw him from the classroom window. Her stomach dropped. That afternoon, she rushed to the flame tree earlier than usual. She's here, Mama Nuru said suddenly, her voice uneasy. Who? Eliana asked. Mama Nuru pointed. Chief Kendi was walking toward them.
Tall. Calm.
Powerful. Eliana stood in front of Mama Nuru without thinking. Daddy, she said quickly. This is her. Her who? He asked. My teacher. Silence. The billionaire stared at the barefoot woman kneeling in the dust. Her torn clothes. Her trembling hands. Her eyes that refused to meet his. This is who has been teaching you? He asked slowly. Mama Nuru bowed her head. I didn't mean trouble, she whispered. I just explained. Chief Kendi's jaw tightened. Do you know who this woman is? He asked his daughter. Eliana nodded. She's Mama Nuru. And she's brilliant. For a long moment, no one spoke. Then Chief Kendi did something no one expected. He knelt, right there in the dust, beside the woman the city called mad. Who were you before? He asked gently. Mama Nuru's lips trembled. I was Nuru. I studied mathematics. I wanted to teach. Her words broke something open. Within hours, doctors were called. Records were found. The story unfolded. Abuse, loss, untreated trauma. Mama Nuru was not cursed. She was abandoned. Chief Kendi ordered immediate care. The best hospital. The best doctors. No shortcuts. She will be treated with dignity, he said. Not hidden. The days that followed were slow. Medicine. Therapy. Silence. Some days, Mama Nuru remembered everything. Some days, nothing. But Eliana visited every week. She brought books. She brought stories. She brought hope. And slowly, so slowly, the fog lifted. Months later, Mama Nuru stood in front of a mirror wearing clean clothes, her hair neatly tied. She barely recognized herself. When she returned to Royal Heights Academy, it was not under the flame tree. It was through the front gate. As a teacher, students listened. Teachers respected her. The city whispered, but differently now. They no longer said mad woman. They said, the woman who came back. And Eliana? She sat in the front row, smiling. Because the woman who saved her education had finally been saved too. Mama Nuru's story became a reminder Kasimba would never forget. That broken minds are not empty. that madness does not erase worth, and that sometimes all it takes to change a life is someone willing to look closer.